Ready?
Prepare for battle.
Coincidence? I think not. Coincidence? I think not.
Burns, doesn't it?
Ang ganda niyan. Ang ganda niyan.
30 seconds to battle. A battle seeks
Burns,
resolution.
doesn't it?
Like, you have this Enchantress, you have Centaur who can kind of just innately take the tier 1. You have this Jug who can play fast with the Ember if he gets off to a good start. But it's like the panel was talking about, the lanes don't necessarily look that easy, right? Like, you're playing into a counter matchup mid, you're playing into a Viper lane, which is going safe, so you're dodging a mid matchup, and you have a Lina on the other one.
Yeah, if you're Bleed, which matchup do you want? You want the Juggernaut versus the Viper?
I think they did for sure. I mean, this was like their pick. You have the Ench lane who can, in theory, maybe just all-in kill the Viper once or twice and at least bounce out the matchup. But it's tough. It's tough. Like, I don't think this Jug is going to be too happy playing versus a Lina lane. But I don't think you would have been too happy playing versus the Viper over the long haul either.
Yeah, and on top of that, they're going to be tri-laning him, so immediately they're going to force a spin out of Jackie, which if they can pull the lane back, this will be a very tough position for Bleed through and through. But that does leave Viper alone against Phoenix Centaur, which I can't imagine is the worst, but I also don't think you should starve.
So every time you survive that, you're pretty happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, Cox pulling ahead mid, 6-minute rune.
But I was going to say they have very stationary heroes on the side of Geek Slate. Oh, that's kind of awkward. The Ember Spirit not actually kicked out of the cogs and is going to look to be able to chase down. And that was your first blood. We actually hadn't had a kill yet. So Narman picks, or actually dies to Corden and Play Hard even fighting Raji a little bit.
Dubu's mid as well. That's Hurricane to pull him back.
Yeah, he can. Push him. Yeah, nice. Pushing him to the side there into the Ember Spirit, but also outside of the range of the creeps. So that was really well.
Some extra value just in terms of the lineup synergy. It's going to feel decent. Again, though, I think there's another type of lineup between the Viper and the Underlord. You kind of have to decide how much utility you're building and how much scale. Like, I don't think you just want to shove it all to the Lina. You can this game, but I think an AC for the Underlord at some point would be really nice. And, you know, if he wants to...
Oh, no, SKEM. He tried to get the LSA to protect himself. He's going to throw some damage around, and the Lina does die, but Corden has to give away his mega kill streak, which was a solid amount of gold being given away, and they're going to collect this Dubu kill as well. So they are really focused, maybe hyper-focused, on killing this Lina and giving away a lot in order to keep her shut down.
Yeah, I don't think that is worth, because your Ember is the one snowballing this game. He's almost level 10. He had the streak. He was pushing people out of the areas. To give him up for Alina, who's kind of just farming neutrals anyway. Like, these are two lineups that both kind of want the Roche. Bleed wants it on the back of the egg with the Jug manning up with Healing Ward. And then Geek Slate just kind of won it for the Lina off the back of the Aura timings. Depending on who gets their burst might just man up and try and force the issue.
Nice reaction there from Corden. A selfish boomer mentality, right?
Yeah, I mean, what can you do, you know? The days of CSMJ burning carries are gone.
Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna see Bleed making a move here of some kind. Is Dubu TP back to the tier 2 to meet up with his squad, and they're gonna go for a 4-man smoke.
Yeah, I mean, they have this Jug Shard, and they also, more importantly, have Corden's BKB.
Oh, look at that.
Pretty invincible right now.
Scan plus Rocket really confirms that they are indeed smoked.
Yeah, they also have SKEM's BKB, though. So I don't think GEEK SLATE are opposed to taking this fight, especially on a defensive ward like this. This is a hard lineup to go aggressively into.
Smokes are going to break, and they're going to see if they can burst down the Phoenix, the Cogs, the telekinesis, and it's just enough for Lukuna Blade. They manage to bring him down. Masaros, oh no, he already used the Force Staff to try and help the Phoenix, so now he doesn't have a way out either. Beautiful setup by GEEK SLATE. Narman making a full read of where that smoke was and where it was going to be, and they just, as you said, held around their high ground vision and waited for Bleed to stumble into them. And now Roshan may be theirs for free.
That is just way too aggressive to go for Bleed. I mean, look at this lineup. It's all defensive heroes, right? You're fighting into the Underlord, into the Viper. Lina gets a free fight because she sees everything. That is just an impossible engagement. 2 over anxious here, or even just a better single target wouldn't be too bad. That was a nice rocket.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
I would like to see Lotuses from GEEK SLATE. That's the one item I think makes Jug's game very hard in the late game.
Oh, yeah.
Where he has to play in this way, where he has to jump, try and find this Lina with Omni. They're just running in.
Stampede with the spin being used, but the BKB on Force is going to make things really hard. And yeah, beautiful catch there from Cox. The Omni Slash bouncing around, but thanks to the Underlord sitting through it all. He's tanking up tanks the spots and limit the damage from the Juggernaut. Bleed losing 3 as once again they are just running into the wrong heroes whenever they make an aggressive move.
It's just another bang your head against this brick wall.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not the way to take these fights. It's how this Viper Underlord love it. You just one stun with this Bleed lineup. Like, that's the difficulty they're running into. You can hoof stomp this Lina and then what? Right?
Sure.
There's no way to prevent her getting BKB off.
Leipnir catches Dubu. Oh, he's okay. He's okay. Glimmer Cape. No detection. They do have a stolen Stampede, but a 2-man stomp lands, but Masaros is going without the rest of his team. They're going to try and help him out here. They finally have the Omni Slash, but there's the Underlord. He's going to tank up all of those shots. He Force Staffs over to the other side, and he actually gets away while Lina is totally free for this one. SKEM. BKB, Corden TP's out. Nice move by him. The egg does die to the Viper there. The gem actually dropping in that fight.
Destroyed him.
Okay, that's the play. Once we get the Stygian Desolator.
I mean, Abyssal helps, because now you can egg a little more aggressively and blink Abyssal to Lina.
Once again, they found Dubu. Dubu's really good at running into these ganks, which means the rest of Bleed can get out.
They're lingering around.
There's only so much farther they can retreat to, you know? Maybe they think this is an opportunity. Maybe Lina will separate.
She's kind of separated, but not in the way you want her to, which is hunting you.
Yeah.
At least this blink Abyssal on Jug gives you a chain opportunity off the hoof stomp.
Yeah.
Which every second you can deny Lina popping BKB or Satanic or Silver Edge is really big in this game. Gives the Ember potential to help you burst him as well.
And it gives you more time for the Centaur to get off like the Heaven's Halberd, which could stop the Satanic heal.
Yep.
Leipnir actually catches the 2 of them.
Not
Narada of Atos, but get up to the high ground. They got the sub onto Lina. The Omni Slash is stuck onto him. Raji's like, take me instead of him. But Jackie sticks on top of SKEM either way after killing the Rubik. But he didn't feel like he could commit. He didn't have the detection to be able to follow up on the Lina. So the BKB Silver Edge allows Lina to get away. Raji did buy back in the midst of that team fight.
Slowly, and you're going to try and make something happen. This move is... I think they smoked on that ward mid, though, and it's pretty obvious either way. And once again, GEEK SLATE just the old team spirit TI, sit on your high ground ward and hope that they are willing to come into you.
Oh, you're hot.
Lead wrapping all the way around here, but GEEK SLATE do have the position for it. They're going to go into the triangle, hoping that they're going to catch somebody here, but look at SKEM.
Stone cold SKEM.
He's like, yeah, I know you guys are out in the map. I'm going to force you back right now by hitting the tier 3. Maybe that was a little bit too much, though.
Is he just dead?
SKEM? I mean, that was a bit much. I understand hitting the tier 3 for 1 or 2 seconds. He's going to buy back into this. Okay, Bleed. If they can reset, they've got a real opportunity. They lose the Phoenix, yes. But if they have enough heroes that GEEK SLATE do not feel comfortable going high ground, that buyback may hurt them. They do have Roshan to take, and they can go and get a second life for the Lina, sure. But It still leaves you in that situation. One lost team fight may lose you the game.
Yeah, this was probably not the necessary course of action to get here for this Lina. I think that is the correct move, though. You just start hitting the base there because you know they smoked out and they're somewhere else. They'll take anybody, I think. They have Hex on this Underlord too now. So you lead with this Hex. That target is probably dead 100%. Unless you have super fast reactions here.
Bet they kind of wish this top lane would push in faster.
Oh, Corden.
He's gonna come out to deal with it. It's Corden. They're gonna
Not where you want to be.
Oh, he gets him with the scythe and he's gonna die. Jackie now gonna be slowed down by the Viper Strike as well. Hook shot as well, holding him in place. They do manage to get him out with a Force Staff, but they won't have an Ember Spirit for this fight. They're gonna need a Supernova for the dream situation to turn this around, and they just won't have it. The buyback from the Centaur. Phoenix, play hard, is gonna be forced into something bad here. They do manage to get a Force back to the Fountain. So he'll be okay for now. Omni Slash plus Supernova. It's the only two tools they have to fight back against Geek Slate. A buyback now available for the Ember. Force that forward with the stomp. Trying to catch the Lina, but a telekinesis throwback. Long range. They have to be able to get off this Omni Slash on the Lina. All in committing. The Omni Slash sticks onto him. They get it also a couple of ashes in. It looks like the Lina's going to fall, but that's life number one. The Supernova cannot afford to die, but the Viper commits. Force takes it down. A stun? No. Denied. SKEM gets off the BKB. Gets back one. Jackie, he has to keep hitting this one. No. The side that's gonna stop him. He doesn't manage to get off the second Omni Slash. He dies in that. He does have a buyback. He needs to run back into play here, but the Ember Spirit getting caught by the pin. Slide goes down. Omni Slash trying to stick. No!
Got the pet
denied by the toss back once again of the Rubik. Lina thrown to safety time and time again, and now Jackie is left with nothing in the tank. Raji's spinning, dancing moves all over Bleed right now as they're gonna be forced to GG out. What a last team fight there, but very well played by Geek Slate.
I mean, they had the right idea about that fight. And that's an impossible fight to take.
Ang ganda niyan. Boss pa siya. Coincidence? I think not.
Mention it. Does SKEM play SF? Well, he's played one official match.
Does SKEM play S? Oh my god.
He's played one official match of Shadow
SKEM
Fiend.
plays every hero in Dota, Kev.
And he lost.
Understand this by now.
He did play with it, but he hasn't won with it yet. And of course, his hero is Nature's Prophet. So I was like, oh, what about Cox? You know, like Avatar mode. I'm sure I've seen him play SF once or twice. Well, if you've seen him play SF, that is likely, but you probably haven't seen him win with it. Because he's only won one game out of the 6 times he's played it in official matches. So this team is looking to repair their image with Shadow Fiend. That's what I've led to.
It's a decent SF game. The one thing I'm worried about is the stuns for Geek Slate. They have 3 damage cores, Prophet, Phoenix, SF. These are 3 cores who pretty much only do one thing. They right-click people or deal damage to them. There's no control, there's no utility, there's no front line, there's nothing else. It is just damage. So you usually need a lot of stuns, frontline, and utility for triple damage cores to pop off. And they have Tusk Disruptor, it's like, okay. But it's not even really any direct, just insta-stun or something. So I'm concerned about this Geek Slate's line of ability to push through the mid-game and actually take the fights they want without any clear form of frontline initiation, that type of deal.
Yeah, in my mind, I think they're super dependent on Supernova for Geek Slate, right? Like if they get the right Supernova and they get like Static Storm, Kinetic Field, or a Glimpse back when they try and run away from the Supernova to like keep people in that area of fighting, then team fights might be okay. But
Bleed for me if you're Geek Slate, but they look like they're doing fine, and SKEM especially is kind of just owning this lane.
We talked about the mobility of some of these heroes, but there is one thing with triple damage cores. If they do catch the Timber Saw in, you know, like a glimpse back Static Storm, he will die. They're not going to run out of damage with this lineup. So that is, there is one upside of
Yeah,
right
once
there.
they hit that power spike of being able to deal with him, yeah, they'll crush him.
Narman's dead. That's going to be your first blood. Jackie picks that one up.
Nice start for him again. No early trialing he had to deal with, and pushes him to the top of the leaderboards. I mean, Drow treating as a straw in lane.
Oh, yeah.
Misstep once. It's just a very tough one for Tusk to fight into.
And Phoenix is not part.
Really the game flow you want for this mid-spirit hero.
On the other side of things, like, I would have thought they would want to pressure the Drow Ranger and take that tower sooner. So, like, it is an opposite philosophy where they're putting a lot more attention to bottom lane and shutting down the Timber Saw. And there is a trade-off in that, right?
Yep. And the trade-off is this top lane doesn't get to stay up here, but I don't know if SKEM is too sad about it. I feel like he thinks he's just going to eventually clear it out, and they don't need the space right now.
Okay.
Maybe holding this Timbers game plan off a little bit was more valuable, which I can see that argument being valid. Like, if it takes this Timber longer to get to his levels and items, he's the big mid-game threat. Because Drow is not going to want to join the super early fights, and his Void Spirit's behind. So who picks it up? It's Timber. If he gets shut down, maybe you just push through this entire early mid-game and just get to the point where your 3 damage cores come online.
Oh, good catch. 3-man smoke catches Jackie while he's farming the
Overgrowth to bail him.
Buys him a little bit of time here. He's turning around, starts delivering arrows, kills the Phoenix first. Narman's gonna fall next. He's got a snowball. Somebody give him vision of a neutral creep. There's nothing there. The Requiem does go off, but it's too late to save. Poor old Narman. Cox does what he can.
Closing in. So now you can take some fights with it. Also helps some extra lockdown for this egg if you want to play aggressive with the egg. Because like you said, there aren't the greatest egg hit killers, so you might just be able to swoop in egg, bait them in a bit, and then lock them down. Even if the egg dies, you get a good fight out of it.
Yeah, they don't have like the traditional like axe or something like that, but the panel was talking about Sprout does work to protect Supernova. That's a crazy good combo that's been used a number of times. They also have Requiem now with the BKB on Cox as well. That'll help protect it. Look at this.
Oh, this rune.
Nice remnant. Oh, but they instantly, what a play from a disruptor. Raji locks down the Void Spirit with a preemptive static.
They got him out.
Get the Force Staff out. Oh. They just couldn't get that damage fast enough.
Back
Look,
in.
he's thinking about going back in, but he threw the remnant the wrong direction.
In their face?
Yeah, he goes straight for Jackie, giving him the vision.
Stolen Requiem.
Gets back. The Requiem stolen does scare SKEM, but they get him inside the snowball, protecting him for now, and the rest of the team is on its way. Can they bail out SKEM in this situation? He's trying to make a run. Masaros is going to go for it, though, and the Chakram finishes him off. Bleed. Fighting back now with the carry down. They see their opportunity. No BKB on Cox. But unfortunately, maybe they can. There's a Pain Rune on Corden. Yule's Scepter leading the catch. Once again, a snowball save, but it just means he's going deeper into the enemy. He turns around, but he's just dead. They don't have any ammo left. He throws a couple of raises, but that's it. GEEK had already used all of their big spells. They've got nothing left to be able to fight back. So Bleed, hunt them down one by one and win the fight. Considering he's also going full out Daedalus next item. I don't know, damage is racking up for GEEK SLATE.
Oh my God. Cox, you're a monster, dude. I can't believe this man on SF is taking Raji's farm. 400 from a disruptor Ags, and Cox, he even pinged it. And Cox just came in and said, I don't give a damn.
Bro, I am 1,500 gold away from my Daedalus right now. Requiem may have to be used here. Whoa, careful there, play hard.
Yeah, you're tanky, but not that tanky.
Yeah, a little bit of dive in just to check out the enemy base. Because Bleed, well, they're going to try and occupy that Radiant base pretty soon here as they only have 25 seconds left. Man, time passed by quickly. Or maybe slowly. Bleed just didn't really do anything with this Aegis.
I mean, they got a tier 1 top. They got half this tier 2 top and tier 2 mid. Not the worst use I've seen out of it.
Yeah, but I feel like that was all in the last, like, minute.
Oh, minute's a long time, Cap.
I don't think GEEK SLATE was willing to fight them to damage.
Just go some super damage item, try and win that next Roche fight, and win the game off that.
I just think it's so unlikely that Jackie gets to be completely unimpeded in a team fight and has his marksmanship up the entire time. Considering Tusk, Phoenix, Nature's Prophet, Teleport, like there are ways to get on top of this Drow Ranger.
I mean, I guess he just doesn't want to get displaced between the Tusk and Disruptor. with glimpse and kick and this type of stuff, but that's it. That's expensive Lincoln's buy.
And there is gonna be an Axe on Narman pretty soon.
Yep, it's coming.
Yeah, both these supports have some big late game upgrades.
It's the X factor.
Yeah, I think it is.
Now they're just gonna smoke themselves and run it down mid. Head on. Corden does find a haste. It's a pretty big rune for him here. But his net worth is just so lacking at this point.
GEEK SLATE, the smoke.
And again,
Get to the other side of the river.
they're getting around this timber.
Oh yeah, they're getting right to where they want to be.
Oh, this high ground ward.
Oh, okay, they spot, okay, going to be saved by Play Hard. The smoke breaks, they get the telekinesis, stopping them. The Nature's Wrath actually hits the train protector. They start laying into Cox here. Cox, he cannot take this fight against the Drow Ranger. Goes forward, the Requiem's going to go down. The BKB still up for Jackie. Pops Mantha trying to get away. Raji's going to stick to him, though. They get him inside the kinetic field with the Supernova on out. Glimpse back into the stun, and he should fall. He tries to put the last bit of damage onto the SF. Masaros is here, though. Can he clean up a little bit? He'll be able to get that SF now that the BKB is down.
Didn't even have to use his own.
Storm control, yeah. I feel like there's going to just be too many fights where there is one or two heroes from Bleed that do not get it to cast any spells.
Another smoke straight down mid. This is the Void Spirit Ags. This is a big damage power spike. You have Blink Overgrowth too. Masaros leading the charge. Raji gonna pop it. Gets spotted?
Oh no, the Disruptor hidden in the trees, and they couldn't really commit there because if he lands inside of a Static Storm placed on himself, that'd be terrible. Masaros is going to charge forward, trying to get some vision, spots the Disruptor, just what they wanted. They hit the stun, Static Storm's going to be forced out, they deliver the damage out. At the same time though, Jackie has some problems. The Supernova's going to explode alongside the Requiem. Corden tries to jump away, but now he's been caught by force. Oh, the Dissimilate, jump away to the side while Masaros goes back through Narman. Pull back that Trockum, and you might just get a kill on Narman, but you will die.
How did Jackie end up there? He ended up so deep.
He just ran forward. It's a magic damage, and then it also applies an instant attack. So it's not like you're critting with the raised damage. You're just doing a regular hit.
You're just getting an attack on everybody who gets hit by it.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
I mean, I don't think Bleed is getting too clumped in this game, but Dubu is getting glimpsed. He's dead.
Bleed.
That's a Roche spawn. So you're gonna have to buy back this tree again here. You're gonna have to start poking them down to force these BKBs, I think.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're just gonna lose Roche? You're just giving this up?
I mean, they've waited this long for GEEK SLATE to go high ground. I feel like I actually agree with Bleed at this point.
Just give it.
You didn't wait this long to go outside of your base and take a team fight around Roshan.
I mean, I tend to agree, but this is an Ags. Ags to Phoenix. Now he can save somebody. With an egg you already had trouble killing. Masaros
got kicked back. Did get off the BKB before the Static Storm, so he can still get out of here. In fact, he's going in. He wants to finish off Narman. He says, you have nothing to touch me. I'm getting away. The Timber Chain on out. Meanwhile, SKEM was just slaughtering. Poor supports. Dropped the gem, actually. Oh, SKEM almost caught Masaros on the TP out, too. Masaros. Oh, his BKB is still on cooldown for a few more seconds, and now they're going to drop everything they have on him.
Obliterated. Arcane Blink out for this SF too. So now those raises become more attractive than just the right clicks, right?
Yeah.
This is some scary.
They're going to have to do it soon, otherwise it's going to be a second lane. I don't think GEEK SLATE is slowing down.
No reason to. Still have this Aegis for 2 minutes here. Cox feeling invincible.
Cox actually, he needs to put the BKB back into his inventory here. He needs to get that cooldown lower.
Oh, Corden looking for the grab, didn't get it. This is going to be another lane, Glyph. How do you engage, though? You did save your Timber buy. That's pretty decent here.
Grab the SF. On his second life, he's going to have to use the BKB. They got the kickback here. Corden, dissimulates and will be able to get away. Cox, meanwhile, using his BKB to try and get out, but he is just getting chunked right now by Jackie. The save for the Supernova.
Can they kill it?
Focus down the egg. All in on the egg. So many hits. Not going to be good enough. But Walrus Punch sits down the Drow Ranger, and Cox goes back in with the Arcane Blink and blows him up with the Requiem. Oh. What a save from Force.
SKEM, he sprouted the drow with the mischance talent. He couldn't hit the egg. It comes through the level.
Oh, he tries to get off the Oh, he couldn't get off anything there. Kicked back. Narman finding some great openings here with the kick.
He's got to be careful. Buybacks. You don't have both
back by the 8th, the remnant with all these buybacks. The Chakram, big Chakram damage. Narman still alive. All the buybacks as they finally finish off that one touch. They've lost 2 lane of barracks, burned through all of their buys.
On this Furion.
Oh, they bought a Divine Rapier on the Drow. They're like, all right, one last hold, boys.
All right, the power of the gods. How will Jackie use it?
Well, it's not going to be here in this triangle. I'll tell you that right now. GEEK SLATE, they're going straight for the throat. They're not they're not going to go about farming any more neutrals. Sorry, Jackie.
Jackie's behind him.
Yeah, maybe. They get the overgrowth.
Dubu is gone.
Yeah, our Drow was not able to follow up that initiation.
There's just no way to engage here. Smoke is wearing off. Jackie, you have 1 multi-shot. Better make it count. I don't know what you use it on here, but...
Oh, it's apparently going to be forced, but they missed the remnant. Now he gets off the supernova, and they don't have anything to be able to kill this egg. That's it. GG. And GEEK SLATE will get the 2-0 over Bleed.
Dominant performance here.
Yeah.
Both games, especially from SKEM, man.
Yep.
This guy's been playing amazing all season. He is just taking down names.